Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll continue on our multiplayer tips and unit recommendations with every faction and unit in the game. We're currently working on the Chaos Daemons of Khorne. The next unit we're going to discuss is the Hound. But first, if you're enjoying these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. So the Hound, these are definitely a fun unit. They have 75 points. You get a 5 unit squad here. Each model has 65 health, 1 action point, 5 movement, 3 armor, and 15 evasion. So other than the Bloodmaster here, which starts with 20 evasion, these guys have 15. So like I said, second highest. So typically what I use if I'm going with a Hound army is I'll use them to soak up the Overwatch, because then once they get the Unstoppable Fury, that brings their evasion up to 40. Now this one obviously goes up to 45, but again, with a single model, we got to keep this guy alive so he can keep summoning and buffing our guys. Whereas if these guys end up like losing their squad, it's not the end of the world, so everybody else can get there and do what they need. Now the other advantage they have is because they are a fast attack unit, they do have quite a bit of movement. So there's two different utilities for these guys. Traditionally they are a melee attack unit, so their default attack is the Gore Drenched Fangs. So each model has 2 attacks doing 11 to 15 damage with an armor piercing of 3, and they have a melee accuracy of 85. So if they're just doing a regular attack, they're not that impressive unless you get rear attacks, in which case their damage significantly increases. These guys, in addition to doing like a fast capture because of all their movement, their other utility is in their abilities. So the first one is Scent of Blood, and what this allows you to do is effectively perform a charge attack against a singular organic enemy and you get 3 bonus movement. So this allows you to move them into appropriate position and then do the charge attack to always make sure that you can get into the rear. The key here though is it's only against organic units, so you can't use it against any vehicles, and Necron units are not organic. None of them are. So you can't use this ability at all on the Necron units. So I don't typically bring the Hounds with me when I'm fighting Necrons because I can't use their ability. They can still move around and get some pretty decent damage with their melee attacks, especially if they're flanking, but there's other units that are better. And then if you use the Scent of Blood, not only is it a charge attack, but it gives you a bonus that you suffer 25% less range damage in case you trigger Overwatch. You get plus 25% damage, and even though it's a charge attack, you get suppression immunity. So that's the #1 reason I don't end up charging most players, is so many different weapons can cause you to get reaction fire, and I don't want to risk getting suppressed and not being able to close the distance, because that wastes my attack, makes me waste extra I can't get the attacks in. It may get my guys out of position to prevent me from moving other units in, and if it's a real important unit, then all of a sudden you're just totally messed up and you got your guys out of space. But that you don't need to worry about that with the Scent of Blood. So all in all, this is definitely an A-tier ability. It does have a 3-turn cooldown, but if you get these guys positioned, you can just snipe enemy HQ units down like nobody's business. The other way these guys can be used is these are weak flamer units. They have a sonic attack, this Burning Roar. It has a 2-turn cooldown, and it goes for 2 tiles. So like I said, it's a weak flamer with an armor piercing of 2. You have 4 shots per model, with each one doing 3 damage per shot. So as you can imagine, you have a bunch of Gretchen, Scarabs, anything like that in front of you. You can use this weak flamer to just clear out the path, and if you start stacking these on top of each other, you can do some decent damage that way. And then like we talked about, the Unstoppable Ferocity is how you can use these guys to trigger Overwatches and allow your other units, especially the Bloodletters, Blood Crushers, any of that kind of stuff, to get into combat without getting their models killed or messed up if they're charging in. So definitely a fun unit, and let's see if I can give you a good example of how to use them. Oops. Alright, and we did Daemons of Khorne. No, we did Orcs last time, so now we're on to the Blood Angels. This is probably the worst force to show off the Bloodhounds, because the weak flamer will not do much, since even their lowest tier infantry have, I think, 4 or 5 armor. But it could, if they have a melee force, and we can use the charge attack. So, alright, we'll set it up. So, yeah, it's fine to split them up, it looks like.
Wrath and rage. Lord of Rage, command me.
Let's keep everybody moving up here. I'm guessing that was the Librarian Dreadnought buff that I just heard, but I'm not totally sure. I suppose it could have also been
Khorne wills it so.
the land speeders buffing the movements of each other. Now let's make them come a little closer with their movement here. Oh, Terminators, huh? Don't see a lot of those guys getting used by the AI very often.
My gaze will be blood tribute. Blood and brass.
Well, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to come around the back here and smoke these guys down. And
None shall live.
we'll buff these guys up as much as I can.
I am the Blood Master. Their blood will flow. Khorne wills it so.
Alright, well, it looks like they don't have a zone of control anymore, which is good, so let's do that. If that's actually the case, it may make sense. Oh sure, now they've got a zone of control again. Well, let's do your charge attack so they can't counter you. Oh, I guess they do still get a counter when they do that. That's unfortunate. Move you up here. Alright, that's some good experience for them. Of course, I didn't let them get all the bonus.
Violence and death.
Yeah, you can come up here. Really? Alright, come back here, get the kill.
Blood and brass.
You can come over here. Smack this. Alright, you can come up here. Let you come over here.
Khorne wills it so. Forward, blood for the
Do something
blood
like
god.
this. those dreadnoughts. Yep, it was a librarian dreadnought over there. I thought as much. Gotta pull you back, because I think there's a good chance he's just gonna jump over and hit you.
Khorne wills it so.
Alright, so we've got this situation here. So what I'm gonna do is bring him over here, and then we'll do our flame attack here. So he actually, because he got the rear attacks, he did pretty decent damage. Bring you up this way, and let you flame into this guy. As you can see, when he's not getting the rear, he can't kill him in one shot.
Khorne's rage guides us.
Alright, let's get you here. Let you flame here. Alright, good. So now you're up to 59. And you need to start working down the dreadnought.
Yes, more blood for Khorne.
Alright, help you pull back, so we need to keep you alive. And of course you can't get the kill there.
Blood and brass.
Let you flame. Damage. I'll let you attack here. Now what we really need to do is be bringing these guys up to increase that armor piercing
Whatever Khorne demands.
and damage buffs. Let you smack again.
Resist. The blood must flow.
Let you move up to here. Try to lock down those sanguinary guard.
Blood for the blood god. Violence and
Alright, so we got that going.
yes, more blood for Khorne.
Ah, damn, he just killed himself. I wanted that experience for my other guys. Because that just messed up their momentum gains. Alright, so 59.
Khorne
Ooh, he's got the plasma pistols there. Alright, so you've got 40.
And the Bloodmaster. Khorne wills it so.
1, 3. Something is viewing it as being in here, and it's messing my guys up. But it's like if I were to attack here, you can see it does 13 to 18. But if we do this, oh, it's still 13 to 18. Grr. So that's 130 potentially. Damn it. Alright, we'll run you up here. You can attack here. Alright, and who has the most momentum after that? You do. So let's bring you up to here. And you can attack here. So you're up to 90.
Towards the slaughter. Face me, cowards!
I think you're probably gonna get the kill if I do that.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Well, let's see what happens, I guess.
Blood shall flow. We care not where the blood flows from.
Oh, interesting. He can use blessings on the Omnis Ion himself. I've never seen somebody do that before.
Violence and death. And the Bloodmaster.
Alright, so this guy has now been strengthened. So if you were to use Scent of Blood, it performs a charge attack against a singular enemy organic with 4 bonus movement. So as you can see from the squares there, he can move an incredible amount, especially when he's surged. It goes all the way up to effectively 10 movement. You suffer minus 40% range damage received plus 50% damage dealt. And if you're going to empower the Burning Roar, it goes up to 3 tiles. Gives you an armor piercing of 3 for 8 shots with a damage of 4, plus if you get another, the Locust of Khorne here, you get an additional armor piercing, so that would bring it all the way up to 4 armor piercing. And if you had all 5 models there, that would be, what, 20 times 8, so 160? So these guys would do crazy amounts of damage if you end up empowering them here. And just their basic here is 12 to 16, so go ahead and get the kill. So that is how you could use these Flesh Hounds here to maximize your abilities. As you can see, they definitely have a lot of utility. I never realized that their empowered flame was so powerful. Not only does it increase it out to a range of 3, but you get tons of attacks. You can stack up additional damage and armor piercing, so that becomes better than even a standard heavy flamer. So definitely things to play around with that could really be devastating for your opponents when you're playing against them. Again, with all the movement that they have, they can definitely capture strategic points. If there's going to be scarab swarms coming in at you or Gretchen, these guys are definitely really good at clearing out those forces if you don't have the skull cannons with all the AoE, or the bloodletters themselves can help clear out that chaff too, since they have so many models and different attacks. But typically you'll want to have those bloodletters attacking stronger units since they have so much more armor piercing compared to the flesh hounds, as you're able to see with the difficulty we had killing the Terminators, whereas if we are attacking with the bloodletters, that wouldn't have been nearly as big of an issue. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. It encourages me to post more content for you. Have a great day.